Ms. Jackson, you say you're here to confront your husband's mistress and to prove her 1-month-old daughter, Kiesha, is not his biological daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Furthermore, you say if you learn today that the child is in fact your husband's, your marriage is over.
That's right, Your Honor.
Ms. Lipscomb, you say that you have no doubt your child is her husband's daughter. You claim he had sex with you, made a baby, and now she needs to deal with the truth.
That's right, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson is waiting outside of the courtroom and we'll meet him shortly. But first, Ms. Jackson, tell me, how did you find out your husband may be having a child with his mistress?
Your Honor, let's talk about that. I got an epiphany, call it woman's intuition, whatever you want. Well, I went to my husband's job. It was about 9:30 or 10:30 at night. And he approached the car. We talked for a few minutes. And to end our conversation, I told him, I feel as though there's something going on that you hadn't told me, because he had been distant in the days prior to. I had put him out. So, Your Honor, and as we were standing outside talking, we were in the front of the building, and the defendant pops up in the car like she's Ricky Raccoon or somebody, Your Honor. Upon hearing my voice, I turned around and I went and knocked on the window. I asked her if she knew my husband. I called him by name. She said she did. She introduced herself as his girlfriend. I said, well, hi, girlfriend, because I'm his wife. Like, at that point, your role is kind of insignificant. Like, I'm his wife. Nice to meet you. So she and I proceeded to talk. She started to tell me about how they were intimate, how she lived with him at the hotel that he was presently staying at. So Miss Lipscomb, upon meeting her, she told me she was 3 weeks pregnant. This was November 25th. He wears his wedding, well, not lately, Your Honor, but he wore his wedding band faithfully. Well, if I see a wedding band on a man's finger, then I ain't going to continue to talk to him. It ain't no, maybe I don't care what he tell me. So at that time, she told me, oh, well, he told me it was from a prior marriage. That didn't even sound right. Why would I still be wearing?
So, hold on. Let me just go over to Miss Lipscomb. You remember this encounter?
Yes, and she's not being all the way honest.
Okay, what is it you feel she's leaving out?
I don't know what her intentions was when she came to that job. Why did she come up there, or why didn't she come up there?
That's my husband.
I've never seen her a day in my life. I knew her voice. I was sitting up.
How did you know her voice?
Because when I'm around Mr. Jackson and she calls and the kids calls, that's how I know her voice is so high pitched. You can hear her through the phone. But she was always labeled as my BM, which is my baby mother. BM does not spell wife. Wife is spelled W-I-F-E.
Oh, she
not
can spell,
BM.
Your Honor. Wow. Okay.
So it didn't dawn on me to ask, are you married now? Because if you're married now, why have you been living in a room for 3 to 4 months? And I have a key to your room. I got clothes in your room. I'm at your room every day, every night.
Your Honor,
I'm in your room every day, every night. I never seen this woman. I've never seen this woman.
So he never said my wife put me out?
No, I never knew anything about a wife.
Your Honor,
he was labeled as BM, my baby mother.
And he didn't have a ring on?
He had the ring, but the ring was never saying that this is my wife. The ring said this is from my previous marriage.
But why do you wear a ring from a previous marriage on the ring finger?
Common sense, fall and get some.
I mean, that's to each his own. He wear what he want to wear. He do what he want to do.
Your Honor,
but
AKA she trifling, and that's what trifling females do.
At that point, I feel like if this is your husband and this is so you say y'all working on your family, you trying to get it together, why is your husband in the room and not at home with you and your kids?
When I met her in the car that night, like I said, she told me she was pregnant. Maybe a week after that, I was talking to, because my husband went to jail that night, Your Honor. He and I was angry enough, Your Honor. I was angry enough.
You sent them to jail.
To send him to jail, Your Honor. It was an impulsive decision, and I understand it was not the right decision, Your Honor. But yes, I sent him to jail because I knew that he had some legal issues going on in another state. The next morning, I go to the room to find Miss Lipscomb laying in the bed crying.
I told you I was going back to the room when you was in the car talking to me. I have belongings at that room. I'm going back to that room, and I will not leave that room until tomorrow.
All right. Bottom line, we've got a wife and a mistress fighting over one man in Jerome. I'm ready to meet this man. Wow.
Hey, watch your step going up the steps. So.
Mr. Jackson, thank you for joining us today.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm still here because I'm listening to a mess. Yeah. I am listening to a situation here.
He created it, Your
and
Honor.
You are in the middle of it.
You helped.
Ms. Lipscomb says she had no idea you had a wife.
No, she didn't, because I never mentioned it to her, Your Honor.
So that part of her statement is true. You never told her you were married.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson, you are the perpetrator of this mess. Because I'm going to be straight up. When Miss Lipscomb first started talking, I didn't believe for 1 minute that she didn't really know you were married. Until you sat down in this chair and confirmed the lie. You told her.
Oh, I didn't tell her no lie. I just never mentioned it to her. She never asked. I never mentioned it.
And so you would need to learn the lesson that anything less than the whole truth is a lie.